Now it's time for Lefties losing it. You know, it's been a rough week for former Pink Floyd dude Roger Waters. Not only has Israel taken out members of the Hamas and Hezbollah leadership, but his dictator mate down in Venezuela is facing mass protests after rigging an election. That has prompted Waters to release this rant in defence of dictator Nicolas Maduro. And it's Elon Musk who he blames for the uprising in the South American country.
Elon Musk, he's posting anti-Maduro tweets about Venezuela and the election that Nicolas Maduro just won there. This is the Elon Musk who sat in front row seats, probably given to him by his friend Netanyahu, the mass murderer. It's called democracy, Elon. Moron.
Look, I'm just happy Roger stopped talking to his imaginary mate, who's also called Roger. That's just weird.
Broadcast on social media.
Calm down. Roger, calm down. Don't sink to his level. All right, I won't.
What level?
But stop shouting. Stop shouting back. Let him interrupt you as much as you want. Okay, all right. Sorry, Piers.
Now to the Melbourne suburb of Elsternwick, which has a large Jewish population. And look how this Officeworks employee treats a member of the community who wants to have an article from the Australian Jewish News laminated. This is hard to believe, but here it all is on tape. This is what leftist lunacy gets you: a young woman wearing a rainbow lanyard, refusing service to a Jewish man because she's anti-Israel and triggered by a news article.
Political about that. What's that?
I'm pro-Palestine.
That's okay. You're here to do a job of laminating.
Yeah, we have the right to deny jobs.
Is that an Officeworks position or your personal position?
It is an Officeworks. We have the right to deny jobs.
So Officeworks position is that you're pro-Palestine and you won't take a laminating job?
That's my position, but we have the right to deny jobs.
What's the reason you're denying this job?
Because I'm not comfortable proceeding with it.
Which part are you not?
The entire thing of the article.
As you can see, the article has a headline about the spirit of the Jewish people, and the image features delegates holding an Israeli and an Australian flag. It's written by a local rabbi. He says, a wonderful man. What exactly is so awful about any of that, no matter how much you identify as pro-Palestinian? Let's see what happens next.
No, I've looked at the photo, I've looked at the headline.
What's that? You're in a Jewish community and
Israel and Judaism can be completely separate.
From what?
From religion and... I can't think of the word right now, but you can separate the two.
So what are you separating?
The culture and the religion.
Okay, so what's wrong with this?
I'm just not comfortable with doing that.
Okay, well maybe I can speak to your manager or another. So you're the manager of this whole store?
She's the manager and she's not comfortable. If you thought that was bad, just wait, because the video ends with her threatening to call the cops.
I am pro-Palestine.
And that means...
For political reasons, I'm not comfortable.
Is politics played within Officeworks? Is that a personal staff member's discretion to make decisions?
We have the right to deny.
And what are those reasons?
On the website.
Right. So what policy am I breaching by getting an article about?
Are you recording me?
Yes, I am.
Can you not record me?
No, I cannot.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
No, that's okay. You can call the police.
Yeah, I can call the police.
Sure.
Yeah, just give me 1 moment. But yeah, we won't be continuing your transactions.
No worries.
Thank you.
Officeworks is a multi-billion-dollar company owned by Wesfarmers, which we know like to get political. They pushed money into the failed race-based referendum, but even they must be absolutely aghast at what has happened in one of their stores. Absolutely shameful. Now to a woman who fought her heart out to keep schools closed as long as possible throughout COVID, who backs all the far-left lunacy you see in so many American schools, and who is a walking, talking advertisement for homeschooling. This is Randy Wintgarten, president of the American Federation of Teachers, a radical activist, and, of course, a lefty losing it.
But it is seldom a dramatic event or attack that lets fascism in the door. The violence comes later, after they are voted in. When the history books are written about this moment, let them record that we the people united, mobilized, and voted down this existential threat to democracy and freedom, that we continued the march for progress, that we laid the foundation for a better future, and that we sought to create a more perfect union. Progress is possible. Keep marching.
Ooh, I don't know about you, but that performance reminded me of another great speaker. Take it away, Dwight.
I say to you, and you will understand that it is a privilege to fight. Blood alone moves the wheels of history.
Now, overnight, Donald Trump sat down with a panel of so-called journalists at a conference for black journalists, and it didn't take long for the leftist activists on the panel to start losing it. Here is the ABC's Rachel Scott. This is how she started.
I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today.
Yes, she started badly and it only got worse. This is unbelievable, and just wait for Trump's response.
You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question so in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, you know, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working.
And of course, the race obsession was never far away. It's weird that the left loves DEI policies, diversity, equity, inclusion. They think it's great and necessary, but when you point out someone is a DEI hire, they get all offended. Again, Trump's answer here had the lefties losing it.
Define it for me, if you would.
I just defined it, sir. Do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say, no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black. So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
She is always identified as a black woman. She went to a historically black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a black person.
And that answer had the media outraged. How dare he say she identified as Indian and not black? But here is AP News' headline. They said Harris calls Trump's false claims about race the same old show. But wasn't it AP News who ran with this headline? They said California's Kamala Harris becomes first Indian American US Senator. That was back in 2016. And here is Kamala herself saying that in recent years.
Certainly you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
Because you are Indian.
Yes.
Okay, and I don't know that everybody knows that, but I find that wherever I go and I see Indian people at the supermarket, on the street, everyone's like, you know, Kamala Harris is Indian, right? It's like the thing we're so excited about. to have you running for president. Yeah. So we're both Indian. Yeah.
Look, how I see it is you can be Indian, you can be black, you can be Indian and black, Indian and Jamaican. This obsession with race and basing your vote on the race or ethnicity of a candidate is just backward and stupid.